Hi, everybody, and welcome to In the Club. My name is Cheyenne White. Stephen Ruffing is missing today, so I will be your host, your bouncer of the club, if you will. And today we're here with the Computer Club from Cal U. We've got Cody and Kenny here. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves, maybe tell us your major, what class you are here, and what position you have in your club.
My name's Cody. I'm a mechatronics engineering student, and I'm the president of the Computer Club.
I'm Kenny. I'm mechatronics too. I'm the vice president.
Amazing. So if you guys could just do everybody a little favor, tell us a little bit about your club. Let us know what you guys do.
We exist to serve the community and the university, to bring computer knowledge to the university and community.
Right. Kenny, did he miss anything at all?
No. We also like to do fun things.
Yeah. So fun things, I assume you guys mean different activities that you host for your members and different students. So like, what do you guys do? I see that you guys have a gaming sort of activity coming up soon. Why don't you tell us about that?
Last year, we started doing tournaments again. Mm-hmm. Every month or so, we'll host one game as a big, large event. This weekend, we actually have an event going on all day. It's supposed to be just to come play and enjoy the day. Play with people that also enjoy gaming.
Right. What kind of games are you guys doing, Kenny?
We're doing, our old tournaments used to be like Smash and stuff. We also did Rocket League recently. This up and coming ones should be just a bundle of a bunch of games, like whatever one anyone wants to play.
Okay, so do people bring their own consoles, or do you guys provide those?
We'll have a couple of computers available for people to use, but for the most part, this one's meant for you to bring your own.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. So how did you guys get involved in the club? We'll start with you, Kenny.
Well, I met Cody in the band, and he told me, come, and I came, and it was pretty fun. We talked about computers a lot and just other off-topic things about gaming and stuff, and then the next year I became the vice president, and he became president, and just same thing. Yeah.
My story is actually pretty much the same. The previous president, I met him through band, and he brought me in, and because of that, I became vice president last year, and this year became president.
Well, it seems like the Computer Club owes something to band.
Apparently.
You guys both ended up being e-board members from the band. That's really amazing. So how... what kind of services do you guys provide for your members? Like, what kind of skills and stuff do they get out of it, being in the Computer Club?
Our main thing is our refurb program, which is actually what this computer's from. We were given about 50 computers from SAI to go through, make sure everything was working, and then we sell them at a discount to students. And that's the main skill our members get, is going through computers, learning how to make sure computer's working correctly, diagnose any hardware or software problems, reinstall an OS, and be able to set up the computer.
Wow, that's amazing. I had absolutely no idea that you guys did that. What would you say is like the most unique about your club, aside from the refurbishing program? Either one of you, anything.
Probably just because it's not just computers; it's a lot of consoles, and it's often in meetings we'll go in tangents and talk about just anything in the realm of computers and consoles and stuff. It's very mixed people, and we like more people of all varieties. Like it's mostly computer science and mechatronics people, and everyone can get into it, really. Everyone plays some form of video game that we deal with. And it's just nice.
Cody, do you have anything unique?
No, that's pretty much it.
Just people of all walks of life coming together with computers, right?
Everybody uses a computer.
Right. That actually brings me to my next question. So I know that a lot of the, we have the Mac lab and stuff here on campus, and I know that the GCM program, they use a lot of Mac computers, but a lot of the computer labs on campus are actually PC. So what do you guys believe as computer experts compared to me? What do you believe the difference, or which one's best between the two?
Going back, and Pam's going to be mad at me for this, but going back, the Macs were typically better for creative. And that's kind of being more evened out now. There's a lot more software coming out for PCs. It tends to be a lot cheaper to build or buy just a regular PC that's running Windows. But a lot of people still like the allure of the Macs because they're shiny. So.
Kenny, do you have an opinion?
I say Macs can be user-friendly. That's the nice thing about them. PC, like, you can build your own. It's an experience. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's something you can do with people, community. They both have their pluses.
Right.
Definitely.
Well, thank you, because I didn't know the difference. Well, if Macs are more user-friendly, maybe I should use one, because I'm not very good with computers. But just as sort of like a last question for you guys, how can your members get involved? If people are watching this today or, later, maybe next semester, how can they find out about your club? How can they know more? Like, when are your member meetings and stuff like that?
Our meetings are every Thursday from 11 to 12 in Atali 333. It's the room right up next to SAI. Other than that, that's the best way, or come to an event. Our events are posted on our website, calucomputer.club. Currently, that's only accessible on campus, but that should be fixed by next year. And they get posted to Twitter usually, as well as Facebook. That's on both of us.
If I get a poster to post.
Yeah.
All
Any
right.
other ways?
I think anyone can just show up to the meeting. We don't care if you're in the club or not. Just show up, talk to us. We'll get you in the club.
Right.
There's events, everyone can find them.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for coming and talking about your club. I hope that you guys had a good time. And when we come back from the break, we'll have the Ultimate Frisbee Club here to talk to you about their club.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Got a quarter? Hi, and welcome back to In the Club. My name is Cheyenne White, and we are here with the Ultimate Frisbee Club. We've got Calvin and Shane. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves, maybe tell us how you got involved with Ultimate Frisbee, and then, tell us, your major, what class standing you are and stuff, and where you're from.
All right, I'm a junior secondary education major, and I'm the president of the club, and I act as the captain and coach when needed.
I'm Shane Dunn. I'm a sophomore here, going for business, and I just kind of joined the club like last semester. Yeah, so I'm just pretty new. Yeah.
Nice. Just tell me about Ultimate Frisbee Club. What do you guys do?
All right, so Ultimate Frisbee Club is basically, right now it's a group of guys. We can go co-ed if need be, but just a group of guys. We compete at the highest level possible under college-sanctioned rules. In Division I, we compete against Pitt, West Virginia, Temple, Penn State, Ohio State, anyone you name them. We probably play them. And essentially, it's just getting out, getting in shape. A couple of our players play at a higher level. It's like a club season, which happens over the summer, so we use it as a way to stay in shape for our club seasons. And for everyone else, it's just a time to get out and have some fun.
Wow, that's amazing. So either one of you, would you like to maybe tell me and our viewers a little bit about the rules of Ultimate Frisbee? Because I think a lot of people are sort of missing that aspect. They don't really understand what it is.
I'm
Yeah.
going to pass to Shane since he's new. He can
Man,
dumb
that'll
it
be
down.
interesting. It's really complex. It's hard to really compare it to anything. It's a lot like soccer in some ways, but it has more of the defensive styles of like basketball, where you're like man to man, that kind of thing. And there's an end zone that you're scoring in a football. So basically, you have a disc, and you'll have 3 people sit back that are kind of the handlers, and you have a few people that are cutting, and they're kind of trying to get open for the handlers. And the handlers will like throw the disc. You can't move with the disc. I don't know. It really is hard to explain without really seeing it.
Right.
Yeah, the easiest way to understand the rules is to come out. There is a
Yeah.
steep learning curve, but that shouldn't discourage people. Shane can attest, he started out fresh, didn't know anything, didn't know how to throw a disc, and now he's one of our better players on the team. So
That's nice to hear.
it's really easy. It's a really steep learning curve, but once you start to pick a few things up little by little, it really helps with the camaraderie of the team as well. As you start to learn more things, you can get more involved.
Yeah, you get out there, and it's really confusing at first, but if you stick with it, it's a really fun sport to play. It's a lot of
Right.
fun.
So you guys said that like the easiest way to learn is to come watch a group play. So where can people come see you guys play?
So right now, our practice times are kind of dictated by the weather. It's been kind of funky outside, so sometimes the fields are closed down. We have to go to the turf, and our times are all switched around. But if someone's interested, they can email me at my CalU email. It'ssze9890 at calu.edu. It'll pop up later, and it's just reach out or on our Facebook, and we can give you practice times. And if someone were to get even involved this late, we are planning one more tournament. It's kind of a showcase with our alumni. So that would be a really good way to come out, have some fun, and just learn, meet some people who've been playing for a little bit. And once you get to a tournament, you really fall in love with the sport.
Yeah.
Practice doesn't do it justice.
Right. So you said you have this tournament coming up. If there were people, watching now that would like to come watch you guys, not necessarily play, where do you guys play at? Like, where's your guys' home field?
So home field's not really a thing in Ultimate. It's kind of dictated by where the tournament's at. So, like, for example, this weekend we were at Penn State for our conferences tournament. We were there all weekend. But if we were to hold a tournament here, we've done it once before in Phillipsburg Stadium, which is the soccer field, or Adamson, which is the football field. Whichever one would be open the day we decide to have the tournament. We're still hashing out some details with our alumni to find out specific dates and times which works for all of them, because they have real jobs. But
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, that's great. So were you guys at all, I know, Shane, you said that you weren't. So, Calvin, were you involved at all with Ultimate Frisbee before you came to college?
So no, I actually started my freshman year just seeing some people throw around on the turf. Outside of Natali, I decided to go join them. And then I kind of fell in love with the sport after that first winter break. In Pittsburgh, there's a lot of leagues and a lot of opportunities to get involved through the Pittsburgh Ultimate community. They're doing pickups. Right now, there's pickups every Tuesday, Thursday, and Monday at various locations. There's 2 leagues going on right now. There's a competitive league on Mondays and a more casual league on Thursdays, which a lot of our guys are going to just get more time, get a little bit better. And over the summer, they hold 4 different leagues as well. So there's a lot of opportunities to get involved and get playing in the area.
Yeah, something that I noticed coming in is that there's just a huge community of people playing Ultimate that I would never think existed before knowing about the sport. There's just people playing all the time. it's really interesting.
Yeah, there was just a book written by one of my friends, actually. It's called Universe Point, and it goes in and it actually describes Ultimate's almost like a counterculture, which sounds weird, but it's just a goofy group of guys that you just, it doesn't make sense unless you're there. Like,
Right.
So it's just one of those cultures that you'd never think exists unless you're part of it.
Right. That's really awesome. So you guys as a club, and even just the Ultimate community as a whole, what do you guys feel is like really unique about you guys?
So the most unique thing about Ultimate Frisbee, at the collegiate level at least, is it's all self-officiated. So you have what's called Spirit of the Game. So it's basically you call your own fouls, and if you see something going on, like you call the play. So they call it Spirit of the Game because it's the only sport that's self-officiated. So, and even at the highest levels, it's still self-officiated. And Spirit of the Game is essentially not taking advantage of that fact and just keeping up with that kind of mantra. It's very like...
It's positive. It's like a positive sport.
Yeah,
It
so
seems like.
even if we're not performing the best at a tournament, just the atmosphere of the tournament itself is just very inviting, regardless of the score. Like, everyone can have fun.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really amazing. I had no idea that it was self-officiated. That's actually
There's
really,
a lot
really
of stuff
cool.
that people just don't know about the sport because it's like so obscure, I guess. you
Right.
know?
I feel like just a lot of people aren't really exposed to it.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what we're trying to do here, get you guys a little bit more exposure.
Right.
So if you guys, I understand that like in disc golf and stuff, they have different discs, but do you guys just use traditional Frisbees or do you have like specialized discs that you use to play?
So the only real qualification, it has to be 175 gram Ultra Star, which is this disc right here. Essentially, just any regular old Frisbee would work. It's good enough to practice with. There's just certain qualifications for it to be a tournament-specific disc. But that's really it. That disc right there is from one of our members. He played in high school, so that's his disc. So there are opportunities to get involved before college, but it's not necessary at all. The only real thing we ask of members is commitment, because there is a steep learning curve. And if you're committed even to 2 practices a week to come out and just learn, we usually practice 3 to 4 times a week. Plus tournaments on the weekends. So if you can come out to just a little bit and start to learn the game in little pieces, we can really work with anyone.
Yeah, we could use the bodies too. You need a lot of people to play and to
Right.
practice efficiently. And
How
everything.
many people need to be on like the field at a time? Do you guys have a set number?
Yeah, so it's similar to, I guess, hockey in a way, where hockey has 5 people that are on all times and you can take subs. Ultimate has 7. So, and you can change in between points. So like while the game's going on, you can't take a sub, but in between you can switch out as many people as you would like. So for example, this weekend, we only had 9 members that could go up since it was Easter weekend. And personally, I took off like 4 points. So that kind of made it hard for us to compete. We still finished 7th, which is amazing. But the more bodies we have, just the better we can be. We have a really solid core group of guys that can take us places, and if we can just fill in bodies that can help us move the disc to help us run, it would just mean the world, and it could make a huge difference.
Right. So if anybody's watching this right now and they'd actually like to get involved with your organization, how can they do that? How can they meet you guys? Where do you guys practice at?
So as I said before, our practice locations and times are kind of up in the air. But like I said, email me atsze9890@calu.edu, or follow us on, or give us a follow, like on Facebook, whichever one that is. It's just California Ultimate Frisbee. We have pictures posted from past tournaments, and the alumni are so part of the group and very involved. So if anyone is just curious about anything, just post a question in our Facebook, and I'm sure you'll get 20 to 30 responses.
Yeah, and we're usually throwing a lot just around campus. So if you see, someone throwing a Frisbee, maybe ask about it.
Right.
There's usually someone just around, and they could point you in the right direction.
Yeah, we're always around throwing. We have #ThrowEveryDay. It's one of our mottos, just to help everyone get their throws down and help the team, because it's one thing to throw with no defense, but as soon as you throw a defense there, it kind of changes everything. So throwing every day really helps.
Right. And you guys said that right now you're an all-men's team, but you are willing to go co-ed.
Yes, so the division we compete in is called the Open Division, and essentially that is open, typically men. But this past week we played Westchester?
Yeah, something like that.
They had a girl on their team, and she was actually like their best player.
Yeah.
So it's co-ed, and if we were to get enough, we could go full co-ed and compete co-ed, where there'll be other females as well. The only thing is with open, it is typically men, so the women would cover men. That's the only kind of turn-off to women right now for our team specifically. But there are instances where we could go co-ed.
Well, great. Thank you guys so much for coming here and telling us about your club. I'm definitely a lot more educated now, that's for sure. So that's all we've got for today. We had the Ultimate Frisbee Club, the Computer Club. I'm more educated. I hope you guys are more educated. And ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to join these clubs, please do contact them. That's what we're here for. We're here to promote these clubs. So thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day.